how do you see the way that this year is going to unfold, and why are these energies that we are experiencing so uncomfortable? And I'm finding. I'll give you an example, and this is not just me. I was even on the phone to a girlfriend last night who was in tears because she was experiencing this to such a degree. The so out of your body that it's not even about being in the moment. You just cannot concentrate to the point where you are forgetting your thoughts from one moment to the next, one thought to the next. Um, Not being able to concentrate, not being able to focus. I've been experiencing that a lot just this last few weeks, and finding it very, very uncomfortable and very, very unproductive. I can't actually get anything done. Cooking a meal can be difficult because you can't remember what it was you were going to put in it. You go to the cupboard and it was like, what was I looking for? Um, these kind of mental blocks that are just making getting through the day really, really difficult. And I've spoken to so many people who are going through this right now.
Are you guys getting silica? Because as we're turning crystalline, which there's scientific proof of that, your body's going to require silica. And there's
Okay.
natural silica in certain fruits. You want to check that out. Strawberries, I believe it is asparagus. There are certain fruits and vegetables that have it, but I also take a supplement of natural silica. So you want to check that out, and that will help with the cognition. But your body is going through a change, and we are turning more crystalline, which is going to be a light body, if you will.
Right.
It's the next step. But what's happened is that we've all been so polluted that we have this condensed, heavy body full of meat and gluten and all this crap in our stomach that literally will hold your whole body down, and it messes with your brain, it messes with your blood, everything. So what we have to do is start realizing that we're going to be a crystal body and eating for that. And I'm not an expert on it. You're going to have to go do some searches on it, but you certainly can cut all these effects back by eating properly.
Okay, great. Thank you. How can people best connect from your experience? What can you recommend people do in order to connect with their own greater power, with their own greater sense of knowing and wisdom?
I'm so glad you asked me that because nobody's ever mentioned this, and I was just told this morning that I have to get this out. Um, One of the things that we have to do is first start operating and thinking from your heart chakra, thinking from your heart, from love. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Everything you do is always in the love frequency. If
Hmm.
you catch yourself gossiping or being malicious no, pull yourself back. It does take some training, so don't be hard on yourself, but keep yourself in that heart frequency. Then when you come across somebody that, let's say, a disinformant who's bashing somebody, it's like nails on a chalkboard again. What? Where'd that come from? Because you're not used to that thinking, so it sends up a red flag, and it starts to become very apparent, black and white, who's on which team.
Right.
So that is one thing that we really got to start doing. And I know of parents now taking their children to a mall and telling their kids, okay, let's find the person that has the love frequency, and then turning them in a mall so that they can watch them, not so they'll be stolen or anything, but the kids can sit there and start picking out people that carry the love frequency or who might have a dark soul. And the kids are being able to identify this, and a mall or a shopping center or something like that can become a training ground for you and your children, and you can make this a fun event to teach them so that they can stay away from people that are not of a high frequency. If
That's
people,
extraordinary.
isn't that incredible? I I Facebook a lot. I have some great friends. I'm Sam Muggzi, so if you guys want to learn, but my Facebook friends give me a lot of tips, and they're teaching me things that they're doing, and it's just marvelous. It's brilliant. But another thing is that when you want to get in touch with your higher self, what I highly recommend is that you set parameters around, okay, I'm only going to be in touch with my higher self, and I'm not going to let anybody else in. If anybody wants to talk to me, they go to my higher self, and my higher self is going to be the gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So any messages that you get have to come through your higher self. That's what I do. That's why I don't let anybody else in. Anything that I get goes through my higher self. So George Kavaslis was right in telling me that. However, if anybody has to talk to me, they go through my higher self and give me the messages, and my higher self will bring the information down.
Okay.
And I highly recommend that everybody does that. Set the parameters, protect yourself, because we're still moving through that 4D, which is, where the astrals are, and you want to make sure that that you're protected. Another thing is too, is when you work in the light, when you work with your heart, and you work in servitude to others, and you really want the best for everybody, astrals don't want anything to do with you.
Yes, I've noticed.
And that's why I always tell people, stay on the yellow brick road. If you go to get off, like if you're at the, let's say, grocery store, and the teller gives you $5 too much, give it back. It's not yours. You know it's not yours. And if you are going to take that $5, well, now you're putting yourself in jeopardy to have an astral come in, because you're now lowering your frequency to their level. Mm-hmm. And it's not worth it. Yeah. In my opinion, it's not worth it.
Now we're coming up to the hour, but so I was wondering how you would feel about ending the call with a reading.
With you?
Yes.
I've already done you. I already know. I looked into your soul. You're very much, the reason why you came here is to get this message out to help. And, you're very impatient. Because you want it now, you want to go in, you want it to be done correctly. You don't want a lot of other people involved or in charge of making sure that it's going to be done incorrectly. You've taken it upon yourself to do it. You very much have your own sword as well as your wings.
Wow. Thank you, because that, oh my God, you got me down. Absolutely. Yes, I want it now. I want it yesterday.
Yep.
And I want it done right.
You're not drinking enough water either, and they're saying that they want your energy to bless that water. You also have the violet ray of Christ consciousness, and they want you to put that in your water before you drink it, and you can teach your kids to do it too. Not that you bless their water, that they bless their water with their own frequency. This is all about empowering people. We're done taking people's power away and I'll do it for you. No. People that have incarnated right now are masters. They're angels. They're prince and princesses. It's time for them to be treated like that.
Wow. When you also mentioned the wings are a big symbol for me. I dream of having wings a lot. I often get backaches in my shoulder blades.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, this whole symbology of wings.
You're an Arcturian. That's what it is. You're also drawn to water, and you also have birds around you, too, and they're watching you. They're your feathered friends. They're here. But I also want to go on record saying that you're going to start seeing more, not symbols, but actual angels. They're going to start showing themselves. And when you clear your frequency and you resonate at that higher frequency, the next step is going to be angels, and we're going to start seeing them all over the globe. And that's going to be your confirmation. And I'm not just talking about the little angels, but we also have the archangels coming, and they're holding specific spots around the globe.
Mm-hmm.
So you will see them.
Recently saw something about an angel that had been taken from the moon. Did you see that? That little
No.
that little angel statue?
I think I had it on Facebook, but I didn't investigate it. But just a few minutes ago, I was told that there's going to be an influx of sightings of angels. You're going to see more and more of them.
Well, that's exciting.
And that is going to be people's proof that we're moving into 5D. People's proof that we're no longer dealing with duality and we're not going to be dealing with evil anymore. It's gone.
Now, if people wanted to have a reading with you, what's the best way to go about it?
I'm on predictmyfuture.com and I do private readings on there for as long as you want. It's totally confidential. It's safeguarded. I've had it since '04, so it's a really good system. And I also have a radio show Monday through Friday now on Liberty Broadcasting Network for 2 hours, and you can check your time zones on there. I also have an archive page so you guys can see that, and I'm putting up a chat room so people can chat with me. So there's a different ways that people can get to me. And for me, I don't know about you, but I'm also impatient and I want to get this out. I want people to know how important they are, how special they are. I'm not this one with the gift. There are so many with the gift. We all have gifts that we brought for this time period, and it's time to start using them.
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. Well,
Great.
thank you so much. It's been lovely, absolutely lovely talking to you, and a lot of confirmation for for me at least about what's going on and why. And once again, if you want to have a look at Muggzi and who she is and how she operates, there's the Miss Mugzzi, which is MZ
MZ.
yeah, we say Z. Sorry.
Oh,
MZ Muggzzi.com, predictmyfuture.com, and lightworkers.com.
spirituallightworkers.com is my
Spiritual
site.
lightworkers.
spirituallightworkers.com, and I was actually told to name my site that back in '04, before I even knew what spiritual lightworkers were.
And also, if you're on Facebook, you can look up Sam Muggzi on Facebook. She shares a lot of great information on there. We tend to share a lot of each other's information. It's good fun.
Exactly.
Okay,
We're
well,
in this together. Thank you, Lisa. This was
thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you, Muggzi. It was.